Live coverage of the Dakota Lithium Bassmaster Elite at Lake Champlain is sponsored by Humminbird, Mercury, Minn-Kota, Nitro Boats, Power Pole, Skeeter Boats, Yamaha, Rapala, Bass Pro Shop, Progressive Insurance, Dakota Lithium, and by Toyota. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Dave Mercer.
How's everyone doing in Plattsburgh, New York? We are excited to be here. Normally on Sunday, there's just 10 anglers left to go, but you guys get a supersized semifinal Sunday because day 2 of this event was postponed. We're going to finish this event on a very rare championship Monday. But today, a very important job. Only 50 anglers remain in this field. We got to cut the field down to the top 10 and find out who's moving on to Championship Monday for our second last stop of 2023. And you guys have a very important job, and that's to make lots and lots of noise here today. This is the 8th stop of the 2023 Bassmaster Elite Series, the Dakota Lithium Bassmaster Elite at Lake Champlain. You guys ready for this? No. It's semifinal Sunday. You guys are the only ones that get one of these in the entire season this year. Are you guys ready? We'll bring out our tournament director. Let's see if you guys can make lots and lots of noise for me. I need you to make lots of noise for the anglers. Let's do it for our tournament director, LT, Lisa Talmadge. All right, we're going to get the scale set up and a lot on the line here this week. Of course, we have the title, the 8th title of the season, one of the most coveted trophies of professional bass fishing, the Blue Bassmaster Elite Series title. Somebody's going to win that tomorrow. We also have a Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year points on the line. We have Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year points on the line. And you want to talk about, in bass, we use the slogan, Big Bass, Big Stage, Big Dreams. You guys have heard that. Well, you couldn't look any further than to look at our reigning Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year that is now challenging 1 year later to become our Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. A lot on the line, but we got to figure out who our top 10 are. Are we ready to go? We are not ready to go. So I'm going to talk to you guys about some amazing things here. Plattsburgh, New York is a great host. We've been here many times. This is one of the most versatile bodies of water in all of the country, literally. When you come here, I mean, this tournament is being dominated by smallmouth bass, but you know this history. We've seen Denny Brower win here back in 2006 on all largemouth bass. It is a versatile fishery. Generally, you go somewhere and it's a world-class smallmouth fishery, and the largemouth's pretty good, but this is truly one of those places that is so blessed and over bountiful, and we're happy to be here back to Lake Champlain. And the best way to finish off our season, two of our last two events. We have 9 events throughout the year. We started in Florida, but we're going to finish both of them in the great state of New York, because after this we go up the road from here and we head to Clayton, New York, where we'll finish everything up on the Thousand Islands. So another great event that'll be happening. A little bit of a caveat at Bass. The call is always to make, number 1, safety for the anglers, and that's why the call was made earlier this week. But number 2, you want anglers to all have the same, you want it to be equal for everybody. So our anglers going into the final event will be a little bit shorter in pre-fish. They'll only get 2 days to pre-fish as opposed to the 3 days. But the good news is, for everybody who lives here in New York, you realize that you get like 16 to 18 hours of sunlight this time of year, so it'll really be 3 days by the time it's all done. We ready to weigh some fish? Are you guys ready to weigh some fish? No. This is semifinal Sunday. Are you ready? Let's get ready to weigh our very first angler, a former Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year and Elite Series champion. Get loud for Drew Cook. Having a great season. Put himself inside the top 3 in Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year points. At 39 pounds, 13 ounces, looking for 5'7" to take the lead. That's not going to be a problem. 20 pounds even with 59 pounds, 13 ounces. Drew Cook moves into the lead here at the Dakota Lithium Bassmaster Elite at Lake Champlain. Digging deep in that VMC weigh-in bag. Let's hear it for Skeeter Yamaha Pro, Drew Cook. 59 pounds, 13 ounces, and inside the top 10 for now. We'll see how it all shakes out. Going to weigh that one for Phoenix Boats Big Bass, 414, so it takes it over for the day, but not for the tournament. But a great event here this week again, and a great season.
Yeah, I can't complain. There's just one little hiccup in there, and I really wish I could get it back, but, can't cry over spilt milk. But, this week, this place is so awesome. This is I think the fourth time I've been here. All 4 times I've had a blast here. This is amazing fishery, and y'all really don't even know how lucky y'all are to have this in your backyard. But, we got one more tournament left. I don't really know what we're going to do with the weather up there, but I'm looking forward to finishing the year off strong and getting home to my wife and kids and doing a little deer hunting and hanging out with my boy.
Looking forward to seeing you next week on the St. Lawrence River. He's a former Strike King College bass champion from Ava, Missouri, Cody Huff. Had 43 pounds and 13 ounces, looking for 16-1 to take over the tournament lead. Love to have him fishing with us on Championship Monday. 5 fish all alive, needs 16 pounds and an ounce. 21 pounds, 2 ounces with 64 pounds and 15 ounces. Cody Huff is now leading the Dakota Lithium Bassmaster Elite at Lake Champlain, digging deep in that weighing bag. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Nitro Mercury Pro Cody Huff. Double guns loaded. A great day here on semifinal Sunday with 64 pounds, 15 ounces. Looks like you might be sticking around for Championship Monday.
Yeah, I think so, man. I'm excited to get back out there again. This place is absolutely incredible. There's fish everywhere. You float around out in the middle, and you see one here, one there, and then all of a sudden you see a group of 30 or 40. It's just a ball out there. Big thanks to everybody watching back home, all my friends that have been keeping up, lots of text messages, and thanks everybody for coming out. Come see us again tomorrow.
Before you leave the stage, I want to talk to you about something cool that I saw this morning. And, this morning, Rick Clunn turned 77 years old like a month and a half ago. It's his 49th season of competing on the Elite Series. He's a few events away from his 50th season. So let's hear a round of applause for Rick Clunn. I looked down the dock, and Rick Clunn, unfortunately, didn't make the cut here to the top 50. I looked down the dock, and here comes Rick Clunn with one reason, and that's to shake your hand and wish you luck today. He's kind of been a mentor to you, a mentor to the whole sport, literally. But how special was that?
Man, it's really awesome. It was a dream of mine, coming up fishing forever. It's like, man, how awesome would it be to fish the Elite Series with Rick Clunn? He's taught me so much, and he's just helped me out so much. It's just amazing just to get the chance to stand, and on the same stage he does every day.
He's an incredible angler, an incredible man, and you are yourself. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and hopefully at the end for our top 10 intros. Let's bring up the youngest Elite Series angler and Elite Series champion in history, Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year, Jay Shakurat. 43 pounds and 12 ounces with 21 pounds, 4 ounces. He will cut Cody Huff's parade really, really short here. Needs 21 pounds, 4 ounces to take over the lead. Had 43 pounds and 12 ounces at the start of the day today. 5 fish, 20 pounds, 11 ounces. 9 ounces short of the overall lead. But Jay Shakurat looks to be battling it out on Championship Monday. $64 pounds and 7 ounces sitting in second place, and looks like you're going to be fishing Championship Monday and continuing to put pressure on those guys up front in the Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year leaderboard.
Yeah, what can I say? Today I had all the same size fish, but I can't complain with that weight any day of the week. Anytime you catch 20 pounds, especially on Lake Champlain, it was pretty awesome. I love dropping on these fish out here. There's so many different, schools of fish. I can't believe, you pull up on a school of fish and there's 30, 40 smallmouth in one school. It's actually pretty ridiculous. We don't have much like this at home, so I love fishing, this time of the year and at Lake Champlain. But hi to everybody watching back home. Thank you for supporting me this week. And then hopefully next week at the St. Lawrence as well. Hopefully I do well there, but you never know. I still have to catch them there. So it's going to be a long, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, whatever it's going to be.
I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Don't go too far. I'm pretty sure you're bringing out your top 10 at the end of this. Let's bring out a 4-time Classic qualifier and a Bassmaster Open winner from Mount Carmel, Tennessee, David Mullins. Had 40 pounds and 6 ounces, so averaging over 20 pounds a day. He said he stopped that today. 5 fish here today. 18 pounds, 10 ounces. Going to finish with 59 pounds even. He moves into 4th place currently. Digging deep in that VMC weigh-in bag. Let's hear it for David Mullins. 59 pounds even, so a little tougher day today, but still, I mean, that's world-class smallmouth bass fishing.
How can you be disappointed about that? But, man, I'm so mad I didn't catch him today because I wanted to make a top 10, and I'm going to have to do it at St. Lawrence to get me the only one this year. But, man, this place is fantastic, man. It's hard to be disappointed when you catch 3 3/4 all day and you don't know how to catch a 4, and that's the frustration thing about it is how do you differentiate between a 4 1/4 and a 3 3/4. It's all the same. You get into school of them, you get lucky and get one big one. That's what helps you bag. But, enjoyed being here. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Hope we come back again.
Love having you here. A 4-time Bassmaster winner from Summerville, South Carolina, Patrick Walters. Woo! I don't mean to do that. 42 pounds and 9 ounces started today. 5 fish here today. 19 pounds, 6 ounces, and Patrick Walters moves into 3rd place currently and maybe part of our Championship Monday field with 61 pounds, 15 ounces. 61-15, and man, might be fishing with us tomorrow by the looks of things.
It'll be close. I think I'm going to be the bubble boy. It was a little bit tougher on me today. It took all day long. I started first thing, caught 2 good ones, and then it just kind of plateaued. But you cannot complain when you're catching smallmouth. 19 pounds of smallmouth anywhere in the country is good, except probably St. Lawrence River. But I had a great week so far. Truly love this place. Champlain is amazing. I love being here in Plattsburgh. Love being in New York. Love this weather. Didn't like the wind that much, but hopefully we make it to tomorrow, and we're going to try some different stuff, see if we can go crack a bag.
Don't go too far. I hope to bring you out at the very end of this weigh-in. Hit a top 10 in our last event. He's a Bassmaster Open winner and Elite Series rookie from Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada, Cooper Galant. 38 pounds, 7 ounces to start the day today. He's got 5 fish to add to that. $20 pounds, 6 ounces. He moves into 6th place with 58 pounds and 13 ounces. 58-13. And Cooper Galant in 6th place trying to make back-to-back 10 cuts here in the Elite Series. And Coop, I got to commend you on your work ethic. You literally, we had a few weeks off after events before this Northern Swing started, and there's a bunch of tournaments at home in Canada. You haven't been fishing in any of them because you've literally been living on the road preparing for these final 3 events. And you got one more to go, and it looks like that work is paying off.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time pre-practicing, and yeah, it's paid off so far somewhat, and it's been a blast. And like I said yesterday, all that's on my mind for these next 2 events is the Bassmaster Classic. Want to gain as many points as we can. That's more than I thought I had. I thought I had about 19 pounds, so pretty stoked about that. Thanks to Colin, my dad, for filming all week, Rob for driving the boat around. I know Mom's right there filming. Love you, Ma. Love everyone back home. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thanks to all my sponsors, and, man, St. Lawrence River's coming up in just a couple days. Can't wait to get there to end the season off, and hopefully we can end the season off with a bang. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it big time.
Congrats on another good one. Speaking of good ones, he's an Elite Series rookie. He's leading the Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year race. 2-time Elite Series champion from Arkansas, the Cowboy, Joey Cifuentes. 38 pounds and 15 ounces at the start of the day today. 5 fish to add to that. Needs 413 to get inside the cut currently. Obviously, more to stay there till the end of our top 50 weigh-in. The top 10 will be introduced at the very end of this weigh-in. And the Cowboy knows all about that because he's been the part of those several times this year. An unbelievable rookie campaign. 21 pounds, 10 ounces. in fourth place with 60 pounds and 9 ounces. £60 and 9 ounces, and the Cowboy Joey Cifuentes moves into fourth place and might have just made another top 10 on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Man, but here's the most puzzling thing to me. Like, you've won 2 events. You have had an incredible rookie season. And because of Koya Fujita, you still have pressure on you. Like, you should be walking away with Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, he's phenomenal. Man, we're in his wheelhouse. We're in my wheelhouse too. So, but it's gonna be a battle, man. This one, the next one, got to catch him every day, Dave. You know, but we're gonna do as hard as we can and see what happens.
It's awesome to see this going together for you. Hope you get in our top 10. We'll find it at the end of our weigh-in. Let's bring in an Elite Series champion and another former Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, the sleepy assassin, Austin Felix. Curveballs, I'm good at them. 40 pounds and 8 ounces. I'm happy you gave me those. I just made 2 people happy and everybody else angry. 40 pounds and 8 ounces start the day. Let's get him inside the top 10. 5 fish, 21 pounds, 10 ounces in third place with 62 pounds and 2 ounces. Just 2 pounds and 14 ounces short of the overall lead. And the sleepy assassin may be hanging out with us on Championship Monday. 62 pounds and 2 ounces, and looks like you're working Monday by the looks of things.
Yeah, I think it should be enough depending on how everybody did. Needed that sun. Sun came out today. They bit a little better. Got up in the column. You could see them. Their bait started swimming around a lot more, and it was... yeah, it was just a fun day. It took all day to get that bag. It was a little bit slower in the morning, but once that sun got up, we were good to go. But I'll talk to you some more tomorrow with more shirts.
All right, I look forward to it. Stick around. We'll bring you to the top 10. He is your current leader in Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year points, a 2-time Elite Series champion from Greenwood, South Carolina, the COBB, Brandon Cobb. 39 pounds, 6 ounces to start the day. 5 fish here today. £16 pounds, 8 ounces with 55 pounds, 14 ounces. He moves into 9th place currently. And the Angler of the Year door creeps just a little bit open. Brandon with 55 pounds, 14 ounces. Today going to hurt a little bit, but on behalf of Bass, it makes our Angler of the Year race a lot more compelling, so we'd like to thank you for that, but I'm sure you weren't doing that on purpose.
Yeah, I didn't want to add any drama. I wanted a little buffer going to St. Lawrence, but I just couldn't find any today. That's all there was. I drifted around and didn't see any on my active target and didn't have anything to throw at. I moved areas a few times and never really found much. And actually, I'm happy to have scratched out 16 pounds because I had 4 fish at like lunch and couldn't really find anything and kept digging and at least got 16 pounds. So maybe it'll save me a few points by the end of the day. But we'll get on the St. Lawrence and we'll have to catch big ones there because it's going to be close.
It'll be a fun conclusion of the season. Before you go anywhere, another Progressive weekly bonus for Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. $1,000 bonus check for that. And that gets a whole lot bigger at the end of next week's event. Our next angler, a 4-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Kentucky, a man more slick than an ugly stick, Matt Robertson. 41 pounds, 6 ounces. Trying to make his 3rd top 10 of 2023. Five fish here today, 20 pounds even with 61 pounds, 6 ounces. He moves into 5th place currently. Matt Robertson may be part of our Championship Monday field. The top 10 get a chance to fish on Lake Champlain one more day in beautiful Plattsburgh, New York. 61 pounds, 6 ounces in top 10 in 5th place right now. I like Championship Day a lot better when you're part of it. Are you going to be part of it?
Yeah, let me tell you, I'd love to be a part of it. I mean, it'd be a better party if I was, you know. It wasn't pretty today. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I was out there and didn't catch a fish. I think I caught one fish after 10 o'clock. I was out there. Only thing we had to talk about is my cameraman making fun of me reeling my spinning reel upside down for a while. And I don't know, man. I guess I'm going to pack me about 3 sandwiches tomorrow and some bags of chips because I ain't going to stand out there on that trolling motor all day looking at the screen and not eat something. I'm about to starve.
So you just didn't bring enough lunch today? Was that the problem?
I didn't bring any lunch. I'm going to be honest with you. I ate about 3, I don't know if they were granola bars or some type of Nutri-Grain bar or something from my camera guys. He'd get one out of his bag. I said, hey, can I have one of them?
So you're bumming food off your camera guy.
Dude, if you hard up, you got listen, if he didn't give me one, I was just going to take one. I ain't going to lie about it.
Well, are you going to bring him lunch tomorrow?
I'll have him a Subway sandwich tomorrow because I'm going to have me 2 of them. I ain't lying. I'll eat 2 of them if I ain't catching nothing again out there.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing your lunch tomorrow. Hopefully seeing you at the end of this weigh-in. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Alabama. Get loud for Justin Hamner. Justin Hamner had 38 pounds, 11 ounces. Needs 17.3 currently to get inside the cut. More to stay there till the end of our weigh-in. 19 pounds, 7 ounces. He moves into 10th place with 58 pounds and 2 ounces. Digging deep in that VMC weigh-in bag. Let's hear it for Justin Hamner. 58 pounds, 2 ounces, sitting in 10th place, and a good finish. Are you going to be happy with this one?
Heck yeah, I'll take it. Anytime you can make a little bit of money, feed my little girl, she's got to eat. But this was a fun week. I love coming up here to Plattsburgh. I mean, I don't know how many fish I caught today. This place is unreal. So ready to get back after it and get out there on St. Lawrence. I hear they got some smallmouth too. So.
Yeah, there's some big ones there. Food seems to be a bit of a pattern during this way, and Matt Robertson said he brought no food. Did you have a good lunch out there today or no?
Yeah, I sat down, actually took a little skillet out there, made some pancakes, scrambled some eggs. It was pretty good.
Are you lying to me right now?
I don't know. You'll have to see.
All right. Well, our next angler, a 4-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, an Elite Series champion from Benton, Arkansas, Stetson Blaylock. 39-13 as of this morning. 5 fish to add to that here today. Needs 18 pounds, 5 ounces. 18 pounds, 3 ounces. Unfortunately, a little short of the top 10. Moves into 11th place with 58 pounds even. But another great payday on the Bassmaster Elite Series for Stetson Blaylock. Stetson, so unfortunately going to call an end to your tournament. But, man, a great points and a great payday from this one and heading to another great fishery in just a few hours up the road.
Yeah, I think as an angler, your goal has to be set high, but at the end of the day, good tournaments are good tournaments, and this year's been a really good year for me. I have no complaints. I've been really blessed. One tournament left. I can't say that I'm ready to wind it down, but it's been a great season. I appreciate everybody coming out and all the support.
We appreciate you being part of the Elite Series. This guy does good every time we were here. He's the defending champion, a 3-time Bassmaster winner from Maryland, Brian Schmidt. 39 pounds and 5 ounces. As of this morning, he needs 18-13 to get inside the cut currently. More to stay there till the end of this weigh-in. 19 pounds, 11 ounces. He moves into 9th place with 59 pounds even. And for right now, the Ranger Mercury Pro going to have a chance to defend his title. He won the last time we were here. And only the top 10 move into Championship Monday. Let's hear it for Brian Schmidt. Going to weigh that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. Needs to be better than 414 for the day. 5'4 for the tournament. 5 pounds and an ounce. A brand new Phoenix Boats Big Bass for the day. So got to be happy with that. In 9th place, and if you can convince some of these other guys not to weigh in, you get to go tomorrow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. They're gonna weigh their fish, and we're going to get knocked down. But look, really good week. I love this lake a lot. just off a little bit. I was off a little bit what I really needed to do, even though it's a solid tournament. You know, got one really big one today, just couldn't put anything with it. Garmin Live Scope, unbelievable, man. So on to the next one, and hopefully the wind doesn't blow over there in Ontario.
We look forward to seeing you there and look forward to seeing how it all shakes out. Here's a guy looking forward to our next event. He's a Bassmaster Open winner, and he won on that very fishery from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. Corey Johnston. Corey Johnston with 39 pounds and an ounce. Bringing us 5 fish here today. Needs 19-12 to get in the top 10. Was in a two-way tie with his brother going out today. 20 pounds 3 ounces with 59 pounds 4 ounces. He's inside the top 10 currently in 8th place. Let's hear it for Power Pole Pro Corey Johnston. $59 pounds and 4 ounces, and inside the cut for now in 8th place. Regardless, it's going to be a great finish, and I know you're probably focused on just making sure you beat your brother because, ironically, it happens a lot, and it happened again. You guys were in a two-way tie going out this morning with the exact same weight.
Yeah, it's ironic how much that actually happens. But, yeah, you know, great tournament here, good finish. I'm excited to get out of here and start getting ready for the St. Lawrence here in a couple days.
It's going to be a fun one. Congrats on another great finish. The very first Canadian ever to win a Bassmaster Elite Series event from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Chris Johnston. 39 pounds and an ounce. As I said, in a two-way tie with his brother leaving this morning. He needs 19-15 to get inside the top 10 currently. And more importantly, he wants to beat his brother. 18 pounds, 13 ounces. With 57 pounds, 14 ounces, he moves into 14th place. Let's hear it for Ranger Pro Chris Johnston. So I know you don't like it when your brother beats you, but he did this week.
That's all right. I still got bragging rights on him. I don't know how many blue trophies he's got on his mantle yet, so I rub that in regularly. But what I really want to beat him is next week on our home pond in St. Lawrence River. So he can have this one, but next week I'll be coming for him. You can be sure.
Can't wait to watch it go down. It's going to be a battle. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Millville, New Jersey. GDP, Greg Dipalma. Greg Dipalma with 40 pounds, 12 ounces. As he walked out, there was an audible, "Oh, I don't think it's for you or me, Greg." 17 pounds and an ounce with 57 pounds, 13 ounces. He moves into 15th place currently. Let's make a beautiful baby picture right there. So a good tournament and great to have the family here, I'm sure.
Yeah, you know, the family hasn't traveled in the last 2 years because of this little guy being born, but, man, it was worth every bit of it. It was a great week. I got to thank my in-laws coming out, Randy, Tony, thank you guys for coming, Kelly, obviously being here. I got to thank some sponsors, man. You know, Dakota Lithium, I ran them thing, my trolling motor on high all week, never even skipped a beat. I got to thank Susquehanna Fish and Tackle. You know, them guys overnighted me a bunch of baits to get out here and try to get me in the top 10. Just missed it. Great week. Bass University, if you guys have not checked out their booth, make sure you guys subscribe. You will learn a ton about bass fishing, I promise you. Thank you. I'll see you guys next week.
Looking forward to seeing you down the road. He's an Elite Series champion trying to make back-to-back top 10s from Colgate, Oklahoma, Luke Palmer. Had 40 pounds even as of this morning. Looking for 19 pounds even to get inside the cut currently. More to stay there till the end of our weigh-in. 19 pounds, 13 ounces. So he moves inside the top 10 in 8th place with 59 pounds and 13 ounces. Let's hear it for Luke Palmer. 59 pounds, 13 ounces, and inside the top 10 for now. I know I'd love to keep you there, but we'll see how it all shakes out. But hey, another great smallmouth event. You know, a guy from Oklahoma, a few years ago, they might have said this is the weak part of the season for you, but not anymore.
It
things change. I finally figured out a little bit. These fish roam around so much. It's just trying to stay after them, and it just wasn't my time to get in the top 10 because we got some big bags back there coming up. But I can't. Champlain's kind of got my number. I've been real close to get a top 10. I was really hoping to punch it this week, but it didn't happen. I'm looking forward to St. Lawrence River because that's more smallmouth, and I get to go run that Phoenix and Mercury around. I cannot thank Phoenix enough for getting that 21 PHX because it's the best big water boat there is out there.
Great boat and a great finish for you. We look forward to seeing you at the next one. He's a former Bass Nation national champion, a 3-time Classic qualifier from Louisiana, Caleb Summerall. 39 pounds, 7 ounces yesterday. 5 fish to add to that here today. He's looking for 19.9 to get inside the cut currently. 19 pounds, 2 ounces. Unfortunately, just short of the cut with 58 pounds and 9 ounces. He moves into 13th place currently. Let's hear it for Express Yamaha Pro Caleb Summerall. 58 pounds and 9 ounces, 13th place, man. Good tournament regardless of how you look at it.
It most definitely is, man. Coming up to these northern fisheries, it's not my wheelhouse from Louisiana. So anytime I can come up here and do good, learn, take a lesson from every event and apply it next time we come. That's all you want to do is excel as an angler and keep doing good in tournaments like these. Look, I can't say enough good things about my Express. It did a great job on the water today. It was blowing. The waves got up there. Champlain's pretty big. I'm just happy with a good finish, and we'll go catch your butts at St. Lawrence.
Looking forward to seeing you there. Safe travels up the road. Trying to make back-to-back top 10s here in the Bassmaster Elite Series, a former Strike King College Bass champion, Jacob Fouts. Had 41 pounds and 3 ounces. 5 fish to add to that here today. Needs 17-13 to get inside our top 10. 19 pounds, 10 ounces in 6th place with 60 pounds, 13 ounces. And Jacob Fouts may have just made back-to-back 10 cuts on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Plattsburgh, New York, let's hear ya. 60 pounds, 13 ounces, sitting in 6th place. And I know you'd love to go tomorrow, but there's definitely a shot.
Yeah, I sure hope so. This place is unreal. Obviously I'm without a hat. I blew my hat off coming in. I'm having a rough day. I've got a little bug. I feel like I got hit by a truck. So I think I'm gonna go find me an urgent care here if I don't make the top 10 and see if I can't get some medicine because I feel like I got hit by a truck. Sure enough.
All right. Well, see ya. A former Bass Nation national champion, 2-time Classic qualifier from Wisconsin, Pat Schlapper. 39 pounds and an ounce. 5 fish here today. Needs 20 pounds, 3 ounces to get inside the cut. $19 pounds and an ounce. He moves into 15th place, but with 58 pounds, 2 ounces. Another great payday on the Bassmaster Elite Series for Pat Schlapper. $58 pounds and 2 ounces. And Pat, a good week this week.
Yeah, I get asked all the time from all my buddies back home where my favorite lake is, doing what we do, getting to travel all over. And this is definitely it. I tell everybody to get out here, not only because of the lake, but it's just a nice little town, really nice people. I had my first Red Hot, which is some hot dog that's from here. And it was pretty good. It's, basically a chili dog, but I guess they call them Red Hots here. So fun week. Looking forward to next week, and glad to have a good event.
Going to grab another Red Hot on the way out of town, or?
No, I think I'm going to shut her down. I might go have a nice steak tonight.
All right. There's a lot of those places, too. Congrats on a great week. A former Bass Nation national champion himself, all the way from Hawaii. Say hello, aloha to Matty Wong. 40 pounds and 6 ounces to start the day. 5 fish here today. Needs 18-14 to go tomorrow. 12-12 moves him into 21st place with 53 pounds and 2 ounces. But he's got one he wants to show you, ladies and gentlemen. Digging deep in that VMC weighing bag. Let's hear it for Matty Wong. 53 pounds and 2 ounces. So a tough way to end it here today. But, man, a great tournament and some great points.
This is true. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I mean, today was one of the days, like, I think Brandon and I flip-flop. So I lost basically a 20-pound bag today. So it's tough when you got the spicy brown meatballs that want to jump. And but, you know, it's okay. I had them in the boat a couple days, and just today wasn't my day. But I still had a lot of fun. Still got paid. Still got to do what I love to do. And looking forward to, the next one. So,
spicy brown meatballs.
Yeah, the spicy brown meatball. So I don't know. I'm up in New York, right? You got to do it.
Is that your New York?
No. This is my New York. Yeah, we got to be up here. The spicy brown meatballs, right? Is that a little bit better? Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I'm dehydrated and hungry, so my accents aren't on par.
I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, thanks, bud.
All right. Congrats on another good one. We'll see you at the next one. The back-to-back Bassmaster Classic champion, a 4-time Bassmaster winner from Maiden, North Carolina, Hank Cherry. 37 pounds, 15 ounces at the start of the day today. Looking for 21 pounds, 5 ounces to get inside the cut. 17-15 moves into 21st place with 55 pounds, 14 ounces. So a good payday here on Lake Champlain for Hank Cherry. $55 pounds, 14 ounces, and Hank going to leave town with a great payday and head to another world-class smallmouth bass fishery just a few hours up the road.
I'm glad I'm leaving town alive. I want my T-shirt for I survived that ride. You told me the wind was not going to blow.
That's what they said.
You said it's going to blow out the west, you're going to get the fish.
I said it's not supposed to blow. Supposed to is the expressed word.
The weatherman blows. He's horrible.
That's true.
So, no, fantastic fishery. This is, I had to have a really one of those mental coming-to-moment talks with myself before I come up here because I just cannot stand this big water, rough water. I had a neck and back procedure. I think that's loosened up some stuff in my inner ear, so I didn't get sick one time. So that was an accomplishment for me for the week. But I enjoyed it. I caught a bunch of fish. I caught my fish shallow. A lot of the guys were using their forward-facing sonar. I think that opened up the shallow stuff for me, which I'm much more comfortable doing that, and I don't bob around quite as much. But today, it didn't matter where you went. You were bobbing and weaving the whole time. But enjoyed it. Fun catching them. One more to go to save the year. So we'll see.
Looking forward to seeing you there. A former Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year, 2-time FLW Tour winner from Alabama, Scott Canterbury. 37 pounds and an ounce at the start of the day today. Let's get him up that leaderboard. 37-1 after 2 days. 19 pounds even today. Moves him into 20th place with 56 pounds and an ounce. 56 pounds and an ounce sitting in 20th place. Oh, largemouth. $19 pounds even, so a good bag of largemouth bass, and that has been something we did not see a lot of here in this week's tournament.
Yeah. I mean, this place is always, it's been listed on my profile as one of my favorite lakes in the country forever. And it's because you can do that. You can go catch largemouth. You can go catch smallmouth. You used to could win with largemouth. I'm not so sure about that anymore, but it was fun. I had a blast today. I did it yesterday. I had 2 good smallmouth, and at 12 o'clock, I said, I'm going to go check some largemouth, and I caught like 20 of them. So today, I just went and done it for 4 or 5 hours. Said I was going to get 17 pounds and go back smallmouth fishing, but I kept going a little bit, and then I went smallmouth fishing and wish I would have stayed largemouth fishing. But it was fun. This is awesome. It's an awesome crowd, man. I can't wait till next week. We're going to have some more big brown ones there, too. New York's awesome. It's an awesome place to come fish. Appreciate everybody coming out.
Looking forward to seeing you up the road. He's a 2-time Elite Series champion, took his second win earlier this year from Panama City Beach, Florida, Drew Benton. 37 pounds even at the start of the day today. 5 fish to add to that here on semifinal Sunday. Dakota Lithium Bassmaster Elite at Lake Champlain, and he's got 5 all alive. 16 pounds, 13 ounces with 53 pounds, 13 ounces. You move into 23rd place, a great finish here this week, and heading to another world-class smallmouth bass fishery just up the road.
Yeah, it's always a treat to come up here and finish the year out up here and get away from that heat down there in Florida. I know it's over 100 degrees down there, and it's so nice to come up here. I wish the wind wouldn't blow so much. My back's a little bit sore, but I'm glad to be in a Phoenix. If I wasn't in a Phoenix today, I would really be in a world of hurt. But I spent a lot of time on the bank today. I had some issues. Just stuff happens when you're running rough water, and I had to come back in. Thankful for the service crew to get me back out there. I caught what I caught because of them, and hey, we just made some points, made the best of it, and we'll just go on to the next one and see if we can rally back.
Safe travels. Look forward to seeing you up at Thousand Islands. Came into this event in second place in a Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year race. From Alabama, Stone Cold Kyle Welcher. 37 pounds and 9 ounces. And a critical day in our Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year race. 5 fish here today. Brandon Cobb opened the door a little bit. Let's see if Kyle Welcher can slide his foot in there and gain a few points back. 37 pounds, 9 ounces as this morning. 5 fish, 20 pounds, 2 ounces. He moves into 20th place with 57 pounds and 11 ounces. And our Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year race gets more and more intriguing by the day. And at this point, we literally just have 5 days of competition. Obviously, neither of you are going to be part of the competition tomorrow, so that day's off. 4 days left to chase one of the most coveted trophies in professional bass fishing. How are you feeling?
You know, I feel just really good to have an opportunity. There's a lot of variables when you come up north. You know, we got big water, really big fish, but sometimes they get a little finicky and hard to catch. So, I mean, we're just going to try to control whatever we can control, catch them the best we can, and hopefully we come out on top. But right now we're just trying to make adjustments and figure out exactly how we need to transition from this one to the next one, because I know they're going to be biting a little bit different, and with a short practice, you don't want to go into it with too many preconceptions of how they was biting here. So I'm glad we got kind of a day off to think about it and regroup.
Enjoy a little rest tomorrow, and we look forward to seeing you at our next event in just 3 days' time. He's a 2-time qualifier for the Elite Series, a 2-time FLW Tour winner from Oklahoma, Bradley Hallman. 37 pounds and 7 ounces the start of the day today. Five fish here today. 15 pounds, 6 ounces, going to move into 26th place with 52 pounds, 13 ounces. So, calling an end to your tournament, but whenever you're here on day number 3, no matter whether it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or whatever day we have it on, you know you've done your job this week.
Yeah, I think so. Dude, it's been an incredible week. I always love coming to Champlain. It's absolutely incredible fishing. I wish we came here every year. Like, I wish it was like mandatory we had to come to Champlain every year. I've always felt that way. Still feel that way. Garmin Live Scope has like really opened this place up. It's the first time I've ever been on it with, you know, since technology's come along, and man, what a different place and how different it acts, and same fish. They were probably here all along, but now we can see them.
Great finish. Congrats on a great payday. Looking forward to seeing you up at Thousand Islands. Let's bring an Elite Series champion from Springville, Alabama, Wes Logan. 37 pounds, 10 ounces at the start of the day today. 5 fish to add to that here on semifinal Sunday at the Dakota Lithium Bassmaster Elite. $37 pounds, 10 ounces as of this morning. 5 fish here on semifinal Sunday. 18 pounds, 14 ounces. He moves into 21st place with 56 pounds, 8 ounces. Want to remind everybody, we'll bring out our top 10 at the very end of this weigh-in. Let you know who's competing on Championship Monday, so don't go anywhere. Wes, unfortunately, going to call an end to this tournament, but another great one next week, and not only an Elite Series title on the line, but a guaranteed Bassmaster Classic berth on the line next week.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be great and all, but I would be tickled to death with another smallmouth cut for sure. I don't know. It was kind of odd today. We had me and a couple guys fishing in this little area, like 2 or 3, and I got there, and we had a little bit more company today. You'll get that. But, you know, I was kind of
fishing an area with one of my good buddies who's going to have a chance to win. So I called an audible about lunch and went largemouth fishing and caught a couple, 3.5, 4 pounders. Had a good time, but I want to thank my fiance for taking care of me all week. My parents are driving up, going to go to St. Lawrence to see how awesome that place is. And thank everybody back home and appreciate this crowd. This lake's awesome. We'll be back.
Always great to have you here. The only Australian ever to win a Bassmaster Elite Series event. Fear my heart, Carl Jocumsen. 38 pounds and 6 ounces as of day number 2. Day 3. 5 fish here today to add to that. Five fish, 18 pounds, 13 ounces with 57 pounds, 3 ounces. Carl Jocumsen moves into 21st place currently. So another great payday and some very valuable Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year points as we round out the season in the great state of New York. 57 pounds, 3 ounces, and you did your job here this week. One more event to go, and one of the most fabled fisheries in all of the world.
Yeah, didn't beat the world here. I always love Champlain. I expect to do well here. I try and make a top 10 fish every day you can, but I did my job, like you said. That's the number one goal is try and make the Bassmaster Classic again for next year, get the Aussies back over in Oklahoma, and we got one more to go to be able to do that. So had an absolute blast this week. I love this lake. Caught literally hundreds of bass. Yesterday I had our camera guy Scoot in the boat with us. He edits everything and does our YouTube channel, and he was in my boat yesterday, and I think I caught a fish every cast for an hour when we first pulled up to our first spot. And so it's going to be, make sure you check out our YouTube channel when we got that video coming out. Caught every single fish off Mega Live, Humminbird, 360, just chasing down bait schools over sometimes 90 feet of water. It was super cool. I get asked a lot of questions about what rod to use for that. We have a Miller rod. It's called a Bass Freak. So if you're ever looking for a good forward-facing Mega Live rod, a Bass Freak from Miller Rod. I caught every single bass. I lost very few all week. It's the dynamite rod for that. So appreciate everyone's support. Big week next week.
Looking forward to seeing you there. Safe travels. The 2022 Bassmaster Classic champion from Dry Creek, Oklahoma, Jason Christie. 37 pounds and 3 ounces as of the first 2 days of competition. 5 fish to add to that here today on semifinal Sunday. 18 pounds, 3 ounces. He moves into 26th place currently with 55 pounds, 6 ounces. So another great finish for the Skeeter Yamaha Pro from Dry Creek, Oklahoma. Let's hear it for Jason Christie. 55 pounds, 6 ounces, going to call an end to your tournament, but you did your job. Day 3 performance here this week, and another great fishery we're heading to just a few hours up the road.
Yeah, I got some good points. I left the ramp this morning with the plan to go largemouth fishing, and it just, I did it for 2 hours and never had a bite. I don't know if the wind blew a lot of that stuff around or what, and I just didn't get in the right area. You look out there, you're in the middle of the lake, and there's not a single boat around. You know that you're probably in the wrong area, but good tournament all in all, and we gotta wrap it up next week. It's all about the classic, getting the grand, sleeping in your own bed, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, hopefully it goes right for you next week. I look forward to seeing you there. Let's bring out a former Bass Nation national champion, a 2-time Elite Series champion from Connecticut, Paul Mueller. 38 pounds and 7 ounces for Paul Mueller as of the first 2 days of competition. Needs 20 pounds and 13 ounces to get inside our top 10 currently. More to stay there till the end of our weigh, and just 20 anglers left to weigh in here today. 20 pounds, 11 ounces. Moves into 11th place currently. So unfortunately, just one spot short of the top 10 right now. Anyways, we have more anglers left to weigh in. But man, you got to be happy with the way this one went.
Yeah, you want to end on a good note. I have no regrets for today. I did what I could with the wind, and I had a lot of fun, man. I caught a lot of fish. Relocated a school that I lost probably a little bit too late in the game. I wish I'd had maybe about a half hour more on them because they was just every drop. This place is incredible. It's got a ton of fish. I think we need to come here every year. And I didn't fish for largemouth at all, but it's a great largemouth fishery. It's just the smallmouth have been showing out. We had a really mild winter pretty much all across the board. There's a lot of bait, a lot of food in this fishery. It's probably the best shape I've seen this fishery in since I've fished it. I've only fished it a few times, but it's getting better. The fish are getting bigger. It's not just everybody has, forward-facing sonar. There's just a ton of smallmouth in this place. So it's exciting, man. And it's, it's a place that, when you practice, there's a lot of other fish in here. And being a multi-species guide, I have a hard time staying focused because I was catching walleye and lake trout and everything else. But I had a lot of fun. Hope we come back. Thanks for coming out.
Always great to have you here. See you down the road. He's a two-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Georgia, Mark Frasier. 36 pounds and an ounce. It's with my best friend Barrett. We're buddies now. All's good. 36 pounds and an ounce to start today. 5 fish to add to that here today. 15 pounds, 7 ounces. He moves into 31st place with 51 pounds and 8 ounces. So unfortunately, going to call an end to your tournament this week. But, man, you don't have a long way to travel. Just up the road a few hours to the St. Lawrence River, and I'm sure you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, I absolutely love the St. Lawrence River. I love Lake Champlain. It's I got to do what I love doing. Looking around with my Lowrance active target, just looking for fish that were active on shad. So, I absolutely love doing that. Just kind of puts me in my own little world. But I'm hoping I can do the same thing next week and finish the year out on a good note and possibly win and make the Classic.
Would love to see you do that. Congrats. Barrett, we got, boom, look at, took him till the whole season. I asked him every time, no. He did it for the first time this week. Now we're best friends. Speaking of best friends, let's bring out the barrister, Edward Lockan III. 37 pounds and 7 ounces for the former Bassmaster Classic qualifier. $17 pounds and 9 ounces. With 55 pounds even, he moves into 28th place currently. Another good payday on the Bassmaster Elite Series for the barrister, Edward Lockan III. 28th place right now, and good payday, good points, heading to another incredible fishery.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting there. It's just always a pleasure to come here. My cousin lives here, so we stay at her house and over on the inland sea, and that's where I fish a lot. So it's just a great place, tons of fish. As Paul Mueller just said, I mean, the place is just loaded with bait right now, very healthy. There are fish all over the place, so hopefully we come back here.
I'm sure we'll be back, and I look forward to seeing you in a few days. He's an Elite Series rookie, already made one top 10 from Gonzales, Louisiana. Get loud for Logan Latuso. 37 pounds and 14 ounces after 2 days of competition. Today, 5 fish. Little tougher day by the looks of things. 5 fish today for 14 pounds, 7 ounces. Gives him 52 pounds and 5 ounces. You move into 32nd place. And if it's going to get tough on you, today's the day that you want it to get tough because you're guaranteed a paycheck.
Yeah, it's nice to get inside the cut. After yesterday evening, I really thought I was going to go out there and catch them today. I don't know what changed, fish moved, bait moved, or what, but it was a lot tougher day for me. But, oh well, on to the next one.
Great payday. See you up the road in just a few hours. Our next angler, a 4-time Bassmaster winner from North Prince George, Virginia, Jacob Powroznik. 37 pounds and 8 ounces as of this morning. $37 pounds, 8 ounces for the 7-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. 5 fish to add to that here today. Dakota Lithium Bassmaster Elite at Lake Champlain. 15 pounds, 12 ounces. Gives him 53 pounds, 4 ounces. You move into 30th place and get a day to chill a little bit and then break down the St. Lawrence River to finish off the season. I couldn't think of a better way to end it.
You ain't kidding, Dave. I mean, that's kind of like the Super Bowl of smallmouth fishing when you go up there, because I'm not kidding you. I mean, in my opinion, I think that the top 10 is going to take over 100 pounds to make the top 10. Or, I mean, after the tournament's over. That's just how big the smallmouth have gotten up there. I talked to Chris a little bit this morning. He said it's 105 or 107 pounds to win that tournament. So it's going to be some records probably set. And I can't wait to get there and to be a part of it. But, this place has always been special to me. I've got to start here, back in the Everstart days. We used to come just about every year. So got to learn a lot about it. But, the fishing has changed a lot. And you think smallmouth are like dumb when they're on the bed? They're not very dumb when they're out there in like 30 foot of water swimming around, I promise you. Because today, that active target was showing me fish that had 30 or 40, schools that had 30 or 40 fish in it. And I would cast, I don't know how many lures in there, and they would follow it to the bottom and then back up to the top, follow it to the bottom. So it was just one of those days. I think the southeast wind kind of messes with the current here, the little bit of current there is. But it's been a real special week. I got to stay with Larry Nixon all week. I mean, it's staying with him and hearing all the stories back from the day and all that stuff. So we'll probably go mix us a Knob Creek here in a little while and have a good evening.
All right. Look forward to seeing you in just a few days. He's a 4-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier from North Carolina, the Baby Shark, Shane Lehew. 37 pounds and 10 ounces to start the day. Just 15 more anglers left to weigh in here today, and then we'll bring out our top 10. Let you know who made it championship Monday with 16.7. He moves into 29th place with 54 pounds and an ounce. So not going to be fishing tomorrow, but a great finish here this week and a day to get ready for pre-fish.
Oh, yeah, I put down that this is my favorite lake, when we fill out our Bassmaster bio stuff. And it by far is. It's gotten incredibly good. I can't believe it continues to get better every single year, every time we come. I was doing a lot of the similar things that other guys were with the Garmin Live Scope, just kind of trolling around. Today I switched it up a little bit and threw a Berkeley stunner over some grass and stuff like that in 16 feet of water. I had the opportunities for a decent bag, but it just didn't happen. It wasn't in the cards. I caught probably 50 or 60 fish today, though, and I had an absolute blast. So I can't wait till we come back, and I'm ready for the St. Lawrence for more smallmouth snatching.
Looking forward to seeing you there in just a few days. He's a 2-time Bassmaster winner and 8-time Classic qualifier from Fort Worth, Texas, the Zaldangerous one, Chris Zaldain. 37 pounds even after 2 days of competition. 5 fish to add to that here today. 5 fish here on semifinal Sunday, 20 pounds and an ounce. He moves into 23rd place with 57 pounds and an ounce. Let's hear it for Bass Pro Shops Nitro Pro, Chris Zaldain. $57 pounds and an ounce in 23rd place, so a great finish here this week. And on to the St. Lawrence River, where you've done very, very well before. And a win there not only gets you a blue trophy, but gets you a guaranteed berth to the Bassmaster Classic.
Yeah, and that's what I've got my sights on. I mean, if anyone follows me, I've had a really just tough year, tough season. It's been kind of a swampy start to the season. And today I just left the dock saying, hey, let's go out and have fun. And boy, did we have fun. Like, I'm a swim bait and flutter spoon junkie. I caught every one of these fish this week on a flutter spoon. So, I mean, it was straight chaos. Every fish, or every cast. I broke 3 rods today. I had my camera guy in the boat. It'll end up on YouTube, so make sure you guys check that out. All my fault, of course, but yeah, I mean, it's just being up here today. It means a lot because I haven't been making a lot of cuts this year, but my sights are set on next week, and I've had a couple really good finishes there at the St. Lawrence River. We're going to send it out to the lake no matter what the weather's doing. 2 days of practice doesn't matter. We're going out there and going for the win. So thank you guys for following us, and we'll see you at the next one.
We'll get the W next week. He's a 2-time Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year from Gunnersville, Alabama, the incomparable G-Man, Gerald Swindle. 36 pounds and 8 ounces. 5 fish here today. It's not all about the weight. It's style points. You're going to see this here in a second. 5 fish, 17 pounds of 5 ounces. Digging deep in that VMC weigh-in bag. Everybody talking about smallmouth. And she just wants to remind you that it's not just all smallmouth. This is one of the most versatile fisheries in the world, both brown and green. Did that just style points? You should get an extra few points for that. I'd give it to you if I was in charge.
Caught him on a jig, a little balling out in 15 foot, and I'm wearing the hat, and I slacklined every bit of him. I said, boy, this ain't no spinning rod. Surprise, you little hooker. And then I just turned the rod straight at him, just did it like a third-grade pencil sharpener, just I'm like, yeah, we ain't playing now. I'm tired of spinning rods. If I ever fall out of an airplane, I want 3 spinning rods with drop shots tied on them because you will not make it to the ground. You'll be hung up somewhere. Them things wrap up in that boat when you run.
Chris Angel couldn't. O.J. Simpson's lawyer can't figure out how to get the knots out when I got there. They're tied up everywhere. And I'm like, I just ran 300 yards, and now I'm retying again with my bad eyes. And I sit out there thinking about Champlain. I think that's a French word, and it stands for like flat-bottom boats or something like that, because it's a rough place. And then I found out Woodstock wasn't too far from here, and I said, well, ain't that where they wrote the song Flat-Bottom Girls? Huh? That's the men bringing their wives out here fishing when it's windy. That's what happens to you. I promise you. I spent more time in the air than I spent in the seat out there. This place beats me down. I said, I should have went to Woodstock and got on that stuff they was in, just drifted around out here. But the more you think out here, the madder you get. Now I'm understanding why so many liquor stores between here and the campground. I'm just saying.
You may have cracked the code. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Gerald Swindle. Keep the noise coming for a former Forest Wood Cup champion from Clewiston, Florida, Scott Martin. 36 pounds and 6 ounces. After 2 days of competition, today Scott Martin bringing us 5 fish.
Little babies.
5 fish for 11 pounds, 8 ounces. He moves into 38th place with 47 pounds, 14 ounces. So a tougher day today, but man, you made it here, and there's a lot of dudes already headed up to Clayton, New York. Cut this tournament short because this one was, I mean, it's a phenomenal fishery, but it wasn't an easy top 50 to make.
Well, it was, and here's the deal. So, you know, you see all these great bags. There's some, first of all, all the guys on the elite are just fantastic fishermen. These are the best of the best. Every lures and colors and the exact technique and presentation make a huge difference here because we're all fishing around the same area with people. I was fishing around a lot of guys that are in the top 10, and we're all basically doing the same thing, but just slight variations of that. You know, these guys are catching them way better than I was, so I've got a little bit to learn on some of this super finesse stuff. You know, they're doing little jig heads with the little 3X soft plastics, certain colors, and those smallmouth. The amount of times I had a big school of smallmouth come to my bait and not eat it, it's unbelievable. And so if you can figure out that little trick, you're going to have a great tournament. I just didn't quite figure that out. But looking forward to the next tournament at St. Lawrence River. Maybe we'll catch 100 pounds there. Be fun.
Looking forward to seeing you there. Trophy on the line and a classic berth. Let's bring out a 4-time classic qualifier, 2-time FLW Tour winner for Shelby, North Carolina, Team Toyota's Matt Airy. At 36 pounds even, as of this morning, 5 8th place with 51 pounds and 2 ounces. And Matt, I'm going to call an end to your tournament, but a great week for the whole house. Everybody made the top 50.
Yeah, we did have some house cut sushi last night, so that's I know Paulink does the cut ice cream, but we started cut sushi, but only if everybody in the house makes it. So, yeah, good week. You know, Champlain is it's a gem, man. It's a special place. I've always listed it as probably one of my top 2 or 3 favorite fisheries in the U.S., and next week is probably in that top 3 also. So fun week. Mix it up this week. Try to do the largemouth and smallmouth combo. These smallmouth are so big now here. I don't know if you're you're beating a dead horse chasing those largemouth anymore. The smallmouth are so big and pretty. So next time I might go all in on the smallmouth.
Always great to have you here. Look forward to seeing you the next one. The 2012 PAA Angler of the Year, Mr. Phoenix Boats, Gary Klouse. Had 38 pounds and 6 ounces. 5 fish here today. Five fish here on semifinal Sunday. 15 pounds, 12 ounces. Moves into 30th place with 54 pounds and 2 ounces. 54 pounds and 2 ounces. And Gary Klouse with a great finish here this week. And heading to our next stop on the St. Lawrence River, a Bassmaster Classic berth on the line there with a guaranteed Bassmaster Classic berth for our final champion of 2023. So a good tournament, Gary. Got to be happy with this one.
Yeah, not bad. As always, there's only one guy that's going to say he didn't wish he'd done better, but I'll take it. You know, I tell you, I love this lake up here. This is one of the best lakes in the country. Those of you that fish, you know what you got. Those of you that don't fish, you ought to. So this is a great place. You can learn so much here. All kinds of fishing. You got largemouth, smallmouth. You can drop shot. You can go up shallow and throw chatterbaits for large. You can do it all here. It's a great place to come. Thank you all for coming out.
Thank you, and congrats on a great one. We'll see you at the St. Lawrence River. He's an Elite Series rookie from Tennessee, Cole Sands. 36 pounds, 14 ounces after 2 days of competition. 5 fish to add to that here today on semifinal Sunday at the Dakota Lithium Bassmaster Elite on Lake Champlain. Got to thank Plattsburgh, New York, our great host community. 14-6 today. Puts him in 39th place with 51 pounds, 4 ounces, but we got to pay you to leave town, so that's a good deal.
Anytime you make a day 3, it's a good deal. So, but man, what an awesome lake. Had a blast here this week. Caught all my fish cranking in 1.5 MR from Missouri, real brown crawfish and burnt orange crawfish, just covered grass flats. Went into the day, I was down the leaderboard, tried to make a big move, fished all new water. Didn't work out, but got to thank all my sponsors, man. I'm living my dream, having a great time. Can't wait to go catch a big smallmouth at the St. Lawrence.
Congrats on another good one. We look forward to seeing you there. He's a Bassmaster Open winner. He won the first Elite Series event he fished from South Carolina, Brian New. 35 pounds and 15 ounces. As of 2 days of competition, day number 3, 5 fish here today. 18 pounds, 11 ounces with 54 pounds, 10 ounces. Brian New moves into 30th place currently. $54 pounds, 10 ounces, and a decent finish here this week, and another great fishery next week we're going to, and not just points on the line, but a classic berth on the line with a victory there.
Yeah, we were talking about digging a hole yesterday. Well, I dug me a pretty good one to start the year. After 4 tournaments, I was 101st in the points, and, we've been climbing. We're still climbing. I just scared that the mountain's just a little bit too tall, but, we're going to keep working hard. A decent tournament here. Always good to make that day 3 cut. And but honestly, I was really hoping to get a top 10 and make as many points as I could. But this place is phenomenal. Where we're going next week is unbelievable. And it's going to be big. It's going to be rough. And the weights are going to be even bigger. So we got to be a part of that party.
Looking forward to seeing how it works out for. Get up there safe. We'll see you at the next one. Next up, we have a 4-time Bassmaster winner, the 3rd biggest bag in Bassmaster history from Longview, Texas, Lee Livesey. Had 36 pounds and 11 ounces at the start of the day today. 5 fish to add to that here on semifinal Sunday. $36 pounds, 11 ounces after 2 days. And today, 5 fish for 14 pounds, 13 ounces. Going to call an end to your tournament in 39th place with 51.8. And great week for your whole house. Everybody made the top 50.
Yeah, we had a 3-way cut out of the house again. I think that's 3 for this year. Had a great week. I just want to say thank you to everybody out there, not just here at the event, but everybody out there watching on TV and on Bassmaster. Thanks for keeping up. I want to say hi to my wife and the kids, of course. Miss y'all big time. But this week, man, with the wind and weather, like I said, equipment, I run Impulse lithium batteries and a C-Clear wire harness. It's a direct harness to power my Humminbird units, and it was key. I stayed on that Minn Kota Ultrex Quest all week, utilizing Humminbird Mega Live, just throwing a drop shot, net bait, flat-sided shad, and caught a lot of fish. I took a ride out of takeoff today. I don't think you're supposed to do that here. I'm 0 for 2 on that. I might have to come back up here and spend a couple weeks and learn how to catch them on the other end, too. I'll see y'all later. I appreciate it.
Safe travels. See you at the next one. We have an Elite Series champion in perpetual search of smallmouth Disneyland from Japan, Takumi Ito. Had 36 pounds and 15 ounces. After 2 days, 5 fish here today. 19 pounds, 7 ounces. He moves into 25th place with 56 pounds and 6 ounces. And heading to the very body of water that he won his Elite Series title. $56 pounds and 6 ounces. So a good tournament here this week. And even more good news. Where we're going next is where you won your Elite Series title.
Oh, yes. So next week is the Central and Rivers. I'm very, very excited. But Champlain is very awesome lake, too. So many smallmouth, many healthy fish. So I love it. But I don't like big wave. So Champlain is a so big wave. I'm no good boat driving because Japan is almost all calm lake, shallow. But Skeeter and the Yamaha outboard SHO show, so always helping. So I always, safety drive. Every time long drive is okay. So I love Skeeter and the Yamaha.
Well, I love that you're part of the Elite Series, and I look forward to seeing you next week. He's an Elite Series champion, took a win earlier this year in Orange, Texas. From Mississippi, get loud for Brock Mosley. Went to work today in the Dakota Lithium wrapped Phoenix Mercury, had 38 pounds and 3 ounces. After 2 days of competition, 5 fish to add to that here today. 19 pounds, 5 ounces. He moves up to 22nd place with 57 pounds and 8 ounces. Digging deep in that VMC weigh-in bag. Plattsburgh, New York. Let's hear it for Brock Mosley. 57 pounds, 8 ounces. Another great finish here up in Champlain and going to a body of water where you've come very close in the past.
Yeah, it's been a fun week. You know, kind of made something out of nothing. I would get to my area, you know, every day. And like yesterday, I didn't crank my big motor up till it was time to come in. I would just troll around and use live scope and just pick them off one at a time. There was a few groups around, but they got where they was a little hard to bite. Caught them all on a Yamamoto shad-shaped worm, and you know, it's kind of cool seeing Dakota Lithium being the title sponsor. You know how far they've come the last few years. Like I said, I did not crank my big motor the entire day with my troll motor on high yesterday, panning in and out, just looking for fish, and they held up flawlessly. So if you guys are in the market for some new batteries, check out Dakota Lithium.
Always great to have you here. Congrats on another good one. He's a former Bassmaster Open winner, a former Forest Wood Cup champion from Alabama, Justin Atkins. Had 38 pounds and 12 ounces to start the day. Needs 21 pounds and 4 ounces to take the lead here today with just a few anglers left in our semifinal Sunday weigh-in. Looking for 21 pounds and 4 ounces. Needs 21.4. 21 pounds, 3 ounces. He needed 21.4 to take the lead. 21.3 puts him in a two-way tie for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for your co-leader, Justin Atkins. So obviously in a two-way tie right now with Cody Huff for the lead here, but today doesn't really matter. That just gets you a bunch of pictures on the website, but really you want to win this deal tomorrow, and you're definitely capable of doing that. How you feeling about your shot?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's good. We had an awesome day. God provided, and I don't know, man. I caught them better today than I feel like. I mean, obviously I had more weight the first day, but, I mean, I caught them better today. I feel like I'm really getting it dialed in. We just need some 5-pounders to get on our hook tomorrow.
It could happen, and I'd love to see it happen for you. Let's hear it for him. We'll see him with our top 10 intro. Let's bring out an Elite Series rookie all the way from the West Coast. Get loud for Bryant Smith. 44 pounds and an ounce after 2 days of competition. Needs 15.12 to get inside the cut. Needs 20 pounds, 15 ounces to break our two-way tie atop the leaderboard. 19 pounds, 13 ounces, not going to take the lead, but he moves into 4th place, and he's going to be fishing with us on Championship Monday with 63 pounds, 14 ounces. Sitting in 4th place, and looks like you've made your second top 10 of your rookie season, and man, what a year it's been.
Oh, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. Totally unexpected. This is not what I like to do, but I'm starting to really like to do it. Now, smallmouth, we don't have a lot of smallmouth on the West Coast, like this. So it's been a learning experience, It took a big learning experience at St. Clair and kind of used it here, and it's working. But having a great time out there, catching quite a few fish, and excited to get back out there tomorrow.
We'll go get backstage. We'll bring you out here in just a few minutes with our top 10 intro. His second season on the Bassmaster Elite Series from Blue Ash, Ohio. Get loud for Alex Redwine. 44 pounds and 12 ounces. Want to remind everybody, just a couple anglers left to weigh in here today, and we'll bring out our top 10. Needs 15-1 to get inside the cut, 20 pounds, 4 ounces to take the lead. 19 pounds, 14 ounces. He moves into third place with 64 pounds and 10 ounces. And it looks like Alex Redwine has made his very first Championship Monday. 64 pounds and 10 ounces, and just 6 ounces short of the overall lead. Man, this is going to be an exciting conclusion to this event tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. Very interesting day. I feel like every single day the conditions have been totally different. First day we had wind and sun. Yesterday we had rain and a little bit of wind. Today we had some more sun and a little bit of wind. So I've really been having to adapt. I feel like the fish in my area are definitely feeling the pressure between anglers the last few days, pleasure boaters, pleasure fishermen. But I feel like I'm doing the right thing. You know, I feel like I'm in the right area. I feel like I'm around the right fish. I just have to get 5 of those right fish to commit to my bait. And it's been pretty painstaking, but I feel like I said, I'm in the area. I just got to make it happen. But it's been super fun. I'm super excited to make my first top 10. I feel like this has kind of been, I've been close a few times, but I feel like this is, and to do it on smallmouth too, this is also pretty fun. New York's for sure a special place. I just want to say hi to everyone back home watching. I felt like a lot of love and a lot of support the last few days up here fishing. And so, yeah, pretty good.
Congratulations. Don't go too far. Get backstage. We'll bring you out with our top 10. Our next angler is in second place in our Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year race, all the way from Japan, Kyoya Fujita. At 45 pounds and 3 ounces, needs 19-13 to take his day 2 lead back into our final day, Championship Monday. Looking for 19 pounds, 13 ounces. 22 pounds, 9 ounces. 22 pounds, 9 ounces with 67 pounds, 12 ounces. The question is, can anybody topple Mount Fujita? 67 pounds and 12 ounces. And he has made his 4th cut in 8 Bassmaster Elite Series events, ladies and gentlemen. 27 years old and the prince of Japanese angling is making his mark in a big way here in the Elite Series. Needs to be better than 5-1 for Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the day, 5-4 for the tournament, 4-12. Not going to take that over. Kyoya, you are leading with one more day to go. 5 fish away from an Elite Series title.
Yeah. I will find big fish tomorrow.
Yeah. It has watching you, it has seemed easy. You seem to catch them very well every day.
Yeah, no, easy. Today, very tough. Short bite, miss. No big fish morning. Yeah.
But the afternoon was good.
Yes, afternoon, 2 big fish.
Well, you are leading this tournament. You're going to go out with the lead once again. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Your tournament leader, Kyoya Fujita. We'll send him backstage, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes our semifinal Sunday weigh-in, and I promised you guys we'll bring out our top 10 at the very end. Are you guys ready for this? I got to be honest, Plattsburgh, New York, you got a little quiet the last little while. This is our top 10. Are you guys ready? We started with 102 anglers. We cut the field down to 50. Only 50 went out today, but now only 10 remain. Plattsburgh, New York, are you ready to meet your top 10? He's from the great state of Tennessee, a former Strike King College Bass champion, a Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He told us at the last event there's nothing he'd rather do than fish the final day for smallmouth bass. Well, he's going to do it 2 events in a row. From Tennessee, get loud for Jacob Fouts. He's a 4-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a Bassmaster Open winner, making his 3rd top 10 of 2023. From the trailer park to the top of the sport. From Kentucky, a man more slick than an ugly stick, Matt Robertson. One of the brightest young stars in this sport. He is a 2-time member of the Bassmaster Century Club. He is a 4-time Bassmaster winner, a 4-time Classic qualifier. He holds the all-time record for the biggest winning weight margin in Elite Series history. From Summerville, South Carolina, Patrick Walters. He is a former Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year. He is a 4-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a Bassmaster Elite Series champion from Eden Prairie, Wisconsin. Minnesota, right beside there, the sleepy assassin, Austin Felix. There was a lot of hype around this West Coast rookie, and this West Coast rookie has backed it up in a big, big way. Came into this event in 3rd place in our Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year race, making his 2nd top 10 in his rookie season, all the way from California. Get loud for Bryant Smith. Speaking of bright young stars, he is your reigning Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year. He is the youngest ever Elite Series champion. He is knocking on the door of a progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year title, and he's going to the spot where he won his Elite Series title, where he set the all-time record for the biggest winning weight of smallmouth bass in history, 102 pounds and 9 ounces. Get loud for the youngest Elite Series pro in history from Wisconsin, Jay Shakurat. From the youngest Elite Series champion to the youngest Elite Series competitor. His 2nd season on the Bassmaster Elite Series, but he's saying hello to his very first championship round. From Blue Ash, Ohio, get loud for Alex Redwine. He is a former Bassmaster Open winner. He is a former Forest Wood Cup champion from the great state of Alabama. He has surely cracked the code for smallmouth bass. Going out in 3rd place, get loud for Justin Atkins. He is a former Strike King College Bass champion. He is a Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a 2-time Toyota Series winner, a 2-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Ava, Missouri, Cody Huff. Now it is time to show reverence to the young prince of Japanese bass angling. Before he ever came here to America, he's a 4-time Japanese Angler of the Year, a 6-time Japanese Bass winner. He is making his 4th top 10 in only 8 Bassmaster events, in 2nd place for our Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year race, all the way from Japan. Let's hear it for the Prince, Koya Fujita! We started with 102, 50 went out today, only 10 remain. And the only question that remains is, can anyone topple Mount Fujita? 4 out of 8 top 10s, and he is the man with the plan, saying, catch me if you can. And only 9 anglers have got something to say about it on a very rare Championship Monday. One more time, let me hear it from you, New York. Your top 10 will leave at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. We want to thank all of you for coming out here and cheering them all. Make sure to come down tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. takeoff time. Cheer on our top 10. And this time tomorrow, we will crown our 8th Elite Series champion of 2023. And I'll see you there.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.